Good evening, Californios. This is PodCast25 for the weekend of November 21st, 2021, and we are Red Star Report. Tonight, we present part 2 of our latest California Origins segment, another of our Red Star Report in their own words listening sessions and discussion with the people from the California Indigenous community, titled Warrior with a Pen, an interview with author James David Aguirre, where the author discusses more topics from his new book with our host Shankar Singam. And now, let's pick up where we left off.
wanted to ask, how come natives aren't upset about being called Indian?
A lot of people are.
Okay. I'll be a bit upsetting. I mean, that's like me being called Chinese or something. Like,
yeah,
hey, I'm a Chinese. Well, I'm not nothing.
Columbus landed. He didn't even land in the continent of America.
It's their mistake
in the West Indies.
They're forcing their mistake. They're doubling down on their mistake as usual.
So yeah, some people still use the term Indians, right? Which basically means you're from India.
Yeah,
and we're not from India.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it is.
We're confused over there when we come over. We're like, what the hell's going on? Why are they calling these people like us? We don't even look like them. We have nothing in common. Yeah. And then we're like, oh, white people kind of screwed it all.
So it even upsets you.
It
kind of, right? To know that we're not from India.
It's confusing, man.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't have a conversation and it's, oh, I'm Indian. And you're like, no, you're not.
A lot of people, like, if you want to be technically correct, you can just say you're indigenous.
Yes.
Indigenous people.
I mean, I'll tell people, mostly white people, I'm Indian, and they'll ask me what tribe I'm from.
Yeah, because they think Indian, native
Indian.
Indian.
That's how stupid they are. Yeah. You dumb. God damn.
Because whether we like it or not, I have a chapter called Race, and I talk about what does it mean? What does race mean?
It's right after this roll number, yeah.
And I had somebody tell me, a non-native, right? What does it matter? What does it matter what race you are? And I told him, you're kidding me, right? I said, when somebody sees you for the first time, right? The first thing they look at is your appearance, right? They look at your facial features, the way you dress, your build, right? Then they ask you your name, right? So you tell them your name's James Aguirre. So Aguirre, that's Spanish. Oh, you're Spanish? Right? Well, my last name's Spanish, but...
You know what's funny, man? White people will say that all the time, that, oh, I don't see race. I don't see...
They're lying
are you colorblind?
Yeah, they're
What's wrong with you? I see race. I see races all the time.
Yeah.
What are you pretending to say that you don't see it because you don't want to be perceived as a racist for some reason?
Yeah.
Because I see every race. We all see.
See, that's the thing. When you identify somebody as native, German, Irish, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, whatever, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We're different. So what's wrong with noticing people's differences?
Because
there's nothing wrong with that.
In their mind, I think. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Me and you, we don't look the same.
No, we recognize that
we have different accents.
And we recognize it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly.
But for white people, for some reason, they think that is a hang-up, that it's being racist to look at people like that. And I think...
Well, it depends on the context of how you're looking at them. So, like, let's say they look at me, right? And they see a native person, and then they ask me, do you drink alcohol? You see what I mean? Then yes.
I look Irish?
Yeah, that would be a stereotype, and that would be considered racist. So it depends on the context of how they're looking at you.
Here's a funny one. My kid, he's 5 years old, and his mom asked him, which kid did you say was the one that was standing by your bicycle? And my 5-year-old says, it's that kid right there with the black skin and the white shirt, and my ex-wife, who's white, says, no, when you're describing people, don't describe their race. And I was just like, why not?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? How else was he going to describe that kid?
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's not nice. I'm like, we're talking about it later.
Yeah,
not in front of the kid.
Remember, like I told you, it depends on the context of how you use it.
I guess.
Right?
I mean,
yeah,
it's just a kid. You want to identify a kid. I don't see how anything negative
like I said,
from that.
You can say, well, what did he look like? Well, he looked native. He had native features. He had, he was wearing certain regalia. I'm not going to say a costume. That's another chapter in my book.
Oh, right. Costumes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me finish real quick.
Go ahead.
So you can see, let's say you see a native person, right?
Yeah.
And you say, oh, it's that dirty little Indian right there.
yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, that's messed up.
There you go, racist.
You can't say it like that, yeah.
Right? And a stereotype. Or you can say, yeah, look at that native person. He looks native. He's wearing regalia. He has native features. There's nothing wrong with that. You're noticing his physical features, his heritage. See, it depends on the context of how you use it.
I almost disagree because just in the office the other day, a white coworker, older lady comes over.
I think it's racist not to notice your race.
Right? I think so too.
We're not all the same. None of us.
Here's another thing that irritates me about how white people, when they talk about race. This white lady, nice lady. Now I'm not saying she's racist.
You're trying to piss white people off by saying white people, right?
Yeah, right. She came up and she's talking about, oh yeah, my sister, she was a Panther family. She married a Mexican, and I'm like, why did you just whisper? Why would you just whisper Mexican? Like, why are you whispering that? Right?
Because
like
she wants to keep it. Yeah, it's
like
bad.
It's a bad word.
It's bad.
Hey, dude, I'm like, why would you whisper that right now? I don't understand. He's Mexican, okay? So
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, too.
Well, they think it's bad when they mention another race. I guess.
Well, now that it's funny how you mention that term Mexican. I have a chapter in my book titled Mexico. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. The entire continent of America, the continent, not the United States of America, North, South, Central America, was nothing but indigenous people.
Yeah, the Americas.
Yeah. So you had no other races here before us. We were the only ones here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We're the only people that have DNA to the continent of America. Nobody else.
Check this out.
In America, also,
even the term race, when you bring up that word race,
yeah,
it shouldn't even be brought up that way at all.
Yeah.
Because there's only one race, the human race, and that's for a reason, right? It's a human race, right?
Human race.
This is it. It's that makes sense.
But you could say the same thing about our planets, right? You could say there's only one or you could say within our solar system we're all the same. No, we're not. You have different planets, shaped different.
Oh, right? Yeah. If there was life
you can say we're all part of the human race.
We're all part of the Milky Way galaxy.
But we're all
right.
But we're all different.
Different, right?
And there's nothing wrong with being different. That's my point.
Right.
It should be a positive.
Yeah, it should be
different. See, depending on where you live, the climate, the weather,
dude.
You have different features. Go to any country in the world.
No, it's not like that, bro.
Russians don't look like Germans. Germans don't look like people from Ireland. Irish people don't look like people from Africa. You see what I'm saying?
I hate to sound racist, but I can't tell the difference. They all kind of look. They're all white people, and I don't see a distinguishing feature.
Well, once they start talking, you can notice differences right away.
When they start talking and how their mannerisms, you can tell the difference at that point.
Yeah.
But by looking, I can't tell the difference between Europeans and even Russians for that matter. Russians.
No, I didn't mean that.
The Russians a little bit.
But I said if you were to go to Russia and you see Russian people, then you go to Germany and you see German people, then you go to Ireland and you'll notice the differences right away.
I don't think so, bro.
Yes, you will.
I've been to all those countries, man.
You didn't notice any difference.
Dude.
They all look the same.
Okay, look. When you get to the colder climates,
I know you're lying.
When you get to the colder climates, the people are a little bit more paler,
lighter
like
skin.
A little bit more, right? Paler. No, I'm not saying it's.
But they talk different too. They have different accents.
Just looking, you said.
Yeah.
You said just looking.
I'm
just looking. Okay, and just looking, I can't. You can see the Russian. Maybe
They dress
you can see the
different. You go to
A little
Russia,
bit.
they don't dress like people from Ireland. Irish people don't dress like people from Africa.
Hold
Sometimes
on.
they do, but I'm talking as a whole. I'm not talking picking out individuals.
Oh my God! Well, now you're talking about.
You
now
go
we're
to
getting into
Germany,
diff-
you're gonna see their culture, their tradition. They look different. They talk different. They act different.
Hold on.
See what I'm saying?
Hold on. Maybe in the countryside in Germany. Germany is very diverse, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, now
it's you.
I'm talking-
Germans now today are of every color right now. You can't really say.
I'm talking years ago
But in
before
the
we had.
rural farm area, I can see what you're saying. Maybe, dude. I think they've interbred a lot throughout the millennia. The Germans, the
So you
French, the
just use
Irish.
the term bred
So,
for humans breeding. See what I'm saying?
what would the correct term be? Of when they impregnated each other through a culture,
Or
national,
had children. Yeah. See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, words are very powerful, and you have to know how to use them.
So, I mean, when I said they bred, I didn't say we bred or I bred. Or nothing was forced on them. This was a natural breeding process, man. It's a scientific term, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean to I didn't refer to them as in animals
an animal,
in
yeah.
any way. But
What I'm saying is,
neither
those
here
are
nor
the
there.
kind of terminologies they use about natives. Half-breed, squaw. You've heard that term to describe a native woman, squaw, which is really derogatory. I don't even know if you know what that means.
a squaw isn't that
Squaw.
a corn or a vegetable or something, or
Nope. No, it's squash you're thinking of.
what is it?
A squaw is basically, it refers to a native woman or a child as a whore.
A squaw is a
A
whore.
squaw, yeah. And they use that term a lot, especially in the early 1900s and before that. They refer to native women and children as a squaw. It's derogatory. We don't use that term to describe ourselves. And somebody asked me once, well, what should we call you? What should we call? I said, we have names. Call us by our names.
Honestly, bro,
Right?
we're getting a little off topic about your book too, but it has to do with your book. It has to do with your book. I think what's happening, and we're seeing it right now with white people, man, is their biggest fear is becoming the minority.
Yeah.
Why?
They're afraid
What?
of losing power.
What are you afraid? I'm a minority. It's something wrong. I'm a minority right now. What's wrong with being a minority? Yeah, you're right. They don't want to be treated how they've been treating minorities.
Well, it's funny you brought that up. I have a chapter called Majority and Minority in the book. Right?
Dude, you're gonna have to.
You know what-
This is
you
gonna
know
be
what
a textbook, bro.
Yeah, you know what a majority and a minority is?
Dude, we already covered that chapter. Squaw, half breed.
Yeah.
What's 10 little engines, bro?
Well, let me get on minority. real quick.
Okay. And zoo,
Okay.
I want to talk about too.
The definition of a majority is more than half the whole number.
Yeah.
It's just a number. Minority is less than half the whole number.
Yeah.
So majority more, minority less. So when you refer to a race of people like Mexicans or Irish or whatever, you don't call them minorities. They're people.
Right.
So who cares if there's less? Like, let's say you have 1,000 natives, you have 10,000 Europeans.
Okay.
So you're going to call us a minority?
Yeah,
We're not a
for
number.
certain reasons. So when there's certain things that happen in populations, and you're wondering, like, say there's a virus going around, and it's affecting African Americans more than we have to use that term minorities and use that number term just for scientific purposes, or else we'll never find out why is it only afflicting said group of persons. So we can't. I wish we could water it down so it would affect everybody. But look, there's socioeconomic differences between people.
Then you could say it's affecting native people. You don't have to say minority.
You don't have to say. You don't have to say minority. What if it's more than
Exactly.
what is natives and Chinese?
So who cares if there's less of them? If it's affecting them,
Say natives and Chinese.
yeah.
Don't say minority.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's a number.
Do they still say
It's
it?
not a race.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I'll give you
it's
an
non-whites is what they're saying.
Yeah. That's why they like
When they say minorities, they're saying non-whites.
That's why they use that term,
I
minorities.
get it, dude.
The same thing. I have a chapter titled America that's in there, right? And it's not native related, but it fits in the book real good. Do you know what the definition of America is?
America.
What is America?
The definition.
Most people don't even know.
You mean the dictionary?
What's America? When I say America, what do you think of?
I forgot what it was. It was like a.
Okay,
it was a woman's name, I think.
No, okay. This is what America is. America is a continent. That's all it is, a continent. The United States of America is a country.
Right.
The United States of America, the country, is within the continent of America.
Yeah.
Right?
North America, yeah.
So when you use the term "make America great again,"
you're talking about the whole entire continent.
You're talking about the entire continent of America. It didn't say country. It said America. It's a continent. Look it up in the dictionary.
So what are you trying to say now? You're a Trumper or what?
No, when you use the term America, it's a continent. It's pretty simple.
They've claimed it as their own.
Well, it's not their own.
Yeah, I know. I know.
America is a continent.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I know. North and
The United States of America is a country. So it should say, make the United States of America great again.
Yeah, but it's too much for the rednecks, bro.
I don't know. It's just, it sounds stupid when you think about it.
Dude, it's they're Nazis. They're stupid, man. They own the whole Americas, by the way, so that's probably why.
Well, they occupy them.
All the entire continent, yes.
We're still here. We haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, dude, because we're like cockroaches, bro.
We're not.
We don't.
What I mentioned? Breed? We're not cockroaches. We're human beings.
Hey, hold on. Look at you.
See, remember, you got to start.
I don't know. What do you know about Indian? Stick to your book, but after this, we're going to talk about what happened in India.
Well, what I was trying to explain to you is like I told you, once you start learning your history,
you tend not to use those.
Well, you're going to be more proud of your heritage. You're going to be more proud of yourself. It's going to empower you. Then that will cause you to start acting differently and carrying yourself differently, more confident, right? That will encourage your behavior, and then it will teach you to teach your kids to act the same way. So it's really empowering to learn your history and who you are, because it's going to not only will it change you, you're going to affect other people that are around you. It's going to have an effect on them.
And what's wrong with
for
cockroaches,
the positive,
bro?
For the positive.
What's wrong with cockroaches, man? They've been around since dinosaurs, bro.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with them. You did. I just said we're not animals.
Okay, all right. Hey, last one. I want to know about 10 Little Engines, man. What's up with that? Okay. 10 Little Engines. Didn't they get that song?
Yeah. The song you hear now, they call it 10 Little Indians. That derives from their original song titled 10 Little Engines.
Yeah, from Tom and Jerry and shit.
Okay. 10 Little Engines was written by the guy named Septimus Winter, 1867, right? And what he did, pioneers they call them, right? That were coming over here, explorers, whatever you want to call them, Europeans, right? They would sing a song to their kids to help soothe their fears from us. So they would start from 1 to 10, then from 10 to 0.
Right, because
right?
that calms them down going down in the but
so
0 is that's
so what are they saying when they count from 10 to 9 to 8 to 7, right?
What was 1 to 10
to 0? What does that mean when they go to 0?
They're all gone. They're done. No,
exactly.
So 1 to 10. So they start out with 1 little Indian, 2 little Indian, 3. Then they count down.
It's a song.
Oh shit!
It's a song about genocide.
Yeah, they're collecting all the Indians at first, and then they kill them all one by one.
Down to 0.
Oh my god!
There's none left. It's a genocide song. That's what it is when you think about it. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh no, it's just the song."
No, it is. Look at what the lyrics are.
It's not just the song.
Look what the lyrics are too. One of them was fell off. One of them drowned. One of them.
Look up the original lyrics by Septimus Winter, 1867. Go online, look up the original lyrics, and you'll see.
Yeah, one of them got eaten by an animal. One of them drowned. I think.
One of them
hung himself or something.
Hung himself. Another little Indian fell off a boat and drowned. Another one shot himself. Really violent and really, they're basically telling you, "Oh, there's none left. It's okay now."
Are there other songs like that they sang to the kids? I'm sure they must have been like.
I'm not sure, but I know that's one of the big ones. And the song 10 Little Indians that you know now derives from the original one, 10 Little Indians. You think it's nice, but it's not.
Only because of the melody and how a mom is singing to her kid.
Well, you can sing a lot of things with the melody tone.
But it would be.
Oh no, it's just the song. No, it's not just the song.
like singing Slayer in a nice little voice, and it would sound like total Christmas.
It promotes genocide.
Yeah.
And people don't think about that.
Not only promoting it pacifies any negative emotion.
It does promote
with
it.
Genocide.
Because you learn that song, then you sing it to somebody else.
Yeah,
then
but
they sing it to somebody else. You're promoting it.
Yeah. You're promoting it.
And who teaches you that song? In school, your teachers.
Yeah, but when you're learning that song, when you're not thinking about it in terms of
that's the problem.
It's subconsciously.
Yeah.
It's promoting it. Subconsciously, it's promoting it.
Yeah.
I would say that. Yeah.
And that's my point. It stays in your mind.
Yeah.
So so now years later, right? I'll have people come up to me. Well, what's wrong with that? It's just a song. That's my point. You need to know where it came from, where it derived from, and why it's wrong to use it.
Hey, let's sit down Indian style. Now, I'm Indian. We sit down on the floor.
It doesn't refer to Indians from India. Of course, it's referring to native people, right? Indigenous
sit down
people.
Indian style is referring to native people?
Native people.
I always thought it would refer to us, but okay, go ahead.
So, you're in school, right? They're doing a little project, and the teacher will tell everybody, sit down Indian style, right?
Yeah.
I was like, anybody that has anatomically, limbs, legs, 2 feet, can sit down, correct? On the ground with no chair.
Yeah.
So why is that Indian style? See what I'm saying? Anybody can sit that way. So it's kind of like, okay, let me put it this way.
Bro.
Let me put
has
it this
nothing
way.
to do with India.
What if I were to tell you, sit down Chinese style?
I would squat.
See what I'm saying? Sitting down does not represent a race.
Right.
Anybody can sit down
on the ground.
If you have,
it's derogatory.
See what I'm saying?
Man. It's derogatory.
That's my point. See, it's a lot of things I write about.
We don't have chairs in India. We don't have chairs, but the majority of the population at the time.
So you can't just say the teacher. Okay, the teacher in charge of the classroom. She can't just say sit down on the ground. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Oh no! Sit down Indian style.
I think when they meant Indian style, they meant for them to keep their legs crossed, like folded into it, instead of just having them spread out. Maybe.
Okay, so native people are the only people that can sit down on the ground and cross their legs. Nobody else can do that.
The white people probably don't. I don't know. White people can't. They'd rather sit with their legs out. I don't know.
Anybody can sit down with their legs crossed, so it's not Indian style.
So in India, when someone tells you to sit down, you sit down with your legs folded. First, you don't sit down like this with your hands back and you're on vacation at the beach.
Okay, they didn't say sit down with your legs crossed. They just said sit down Indian style.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
When someone tells us that, that's how we sit down.
How about if they just say sit down?
I'd be sitting this. I'd be
there
sitting
you
with
go.
my arms crossed.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Legs crossed.
You don't have to equate it to a race.
Yeah.
Just say, class, could you please all sit down?
What about cigar store Indian? What's that?
Okay, cigar store Indian is, you've seen cigar store Indians like in front of tobacco shops.
Yeah.
Right? And of course it's always like a really red or dark skin.
Red man, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with dark skin, so I'm not saying that's wrong. But what happened was a lot of Europeans that had never seen a native person before, they assumed we were really dark, right? So they would do these wooden statues, right? Some of them were like life-size, some smaller. Indigenous people introduced tobacco to the Europeans when they came over here. And tobacco, big money, right? Tobacco plantations, right? So when they opened up these little cigar stores or tobacco shops, they would carve a wooden Indian.
Where?
Over here in the United States.
Here, okay.
Yeah. You still see them in front of some tobacco shops and
very
liquor
famous,
stores, right? Market.
Collector's items at this point, yep.
And the faces are stoic, really dark skin, and basically they're holding cigars in one hand, and they're just standing there. It's a stereotype, and it's a racist stereotype.
Of
a native person holding cigars. Like, what? We sell cigars or what? We didn't sell cigars, but that's
right.
That's the
it's you know what? It's synonymous now. Wait, what about the peace pipes and all that? That's all you guys? No, not cigars though. I was on tobacco.
And I don't think they called them peace pipes either. They would
What's
usually
up with peace pipes?
Well, they would negotiate. Like
Oh, I
natives had councils, right?
Negotiate over
and we would negotiate over whatever it was. We had a democratic system, right? And the United States got that from us.
No.
The whole government system.
Right.
They got that from us.
What do you mean? What do you
being
mean?
equal, men, women, voting, and we did that. That's not a European thing. We did that.
I don't know about
the
that.
Democratic system. That was us. I'm not talking about Democrats like you're thinking Democrats.
No.
I'm talking about being equal, having the right to vote. We had a matriarchal society, not just patriarchal, male. Women were included in voting, in decisions. We respected our elders, men and women. They were all part of the same culture. We didn't look down on women.
Yeah.
We didn't look down on our grandmothers.
That I know.
So that's my point. We had...
I don't think the system of government was
it was
to a point. You have a lot of cultures that had a democracy.
Well, I'm talking about the native culture. I don't know about
as far as recognizing people as people and not.
And we treated each other with respect.
And then Christianity came along, right? And that's when.
Well, that wasn't our culture,
right? Because that is just derogatory against women the whole way. The Bible.
Yeah.
We're through, but. Hey, let's do another chapter here real quick.
The Christianity also sexualized our women, the Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Looking at young girls, as adult women, and they sexualize the way they dress and the way they dance, and Native people didn't do that. We respected our women, and our children and our young girls. We didn't sexualize them.
Yeah.
So that's a European culture. The Spanish did that with the women. So now you'll see, like, you go on Facebook or you'll see a commercial with a Native woman wearing a headdress, and she's wearing like a low cut top and a skirt, and that doesn't represent Natives.
I haven't seen that.
You see it all the time on Facebook. Women wearing headdresses. Where did that come from?
I don't.
Women don't wear headdresses in our culture.
I've never seen that.
I don't. But you see it all the time.
It comes up on your feed, not mine, maybe. But
no, you'll see it on ads. You'll see it like on movies, especially.
Well, maybe now it will, since the recording and the microphone's picking up all the words. You know how that works, right?
Yeah.
If we'll see the phones later on, I'm sure I'll see.
Don't wear a headdress. Take that headdress off too when you're interviewing me. I don't know if they can see you, but I don't like.
Well, I don't want to see what I want to see. What's
I'm going to tear that headdress off of you right now.
Watch it pop up on my YouTube later on, man. Last one, man. Redskins, man. Let's do Redskins, and then.
Should I explain Redskins real quick?
Yeah, you do Redskins.
Okay, Redskins. Of course, we have had
a
football team named Washington Redskins. Okay, the owner of the Redskins is a Jewish guy, Daniel Schneider. He's Jewish. You would think he would have some kind of sympathy for natives, right? We both experience Holocaust, right, which means burnt offerings, genocides, native people, Jewish people, right? But no, Daniel Schneider, oh no, the term Redskins, we're respecting your culture. I'll say, really? This guy's a moron.
How?
The term Redskin does not refer to the color of our skin. It means, this is what happened. It was legal to kill Indians right here in California, right? And also in other states.
How did he come up with it? How is he respecting
This is what happened. They had bounties, right? So you could kill an adult man, adult woman, a child, boy or girl.
Yeah.
And you would get compensated for it by the federal government.
Sure.
Right? So you kill a man, it's kind of dangerous, right? He can kill you back. So that's going to pay a little more. You might get, $250. You kill a woman, it's a little easier, but they can still fight back too, right? So they'll give you a little less, maybe $150. A child is a lot easier, to catch them and kill them, right? So $100, $50, and it was legal. You go to the local magistrate of the town, right?
So they call them.
So you're not going to carry the whole body, obviously, right? And take them all, 50 miles. So they would get them, kill them, and they would cut the scalp off, right? the scalp would be proof of your kill, right? So, of course, when you cut a scalp, you have to cut off the layer of skin under the hair.
Yeah.
And, of course,
attached to the skull.
You start bleeding. Red skin. That's what it means. And then you take the scalp, get your money, then you go back, find another one, kill another one. The term redskins refers to killing innocent men, women, and children, native people.
Listen, man.
And they name a football team after it, and they think that honors us?
Dude, I mean, it's why couldn't she do that math lesson in a square dance style?
Yeah.
Why did it have to be how she been doing that for years?
Oh, yeah, I saw that
because she didn't want her race to look stupid and her fucking culture to be stupid.
She looked pretty stupid doing her little video, didn't she? I don't know.
Dude, if you watch, I watched it twice, like in a row, and
what was with the? I don't know what she was wearing on her head.
Each one of those feathers is a lesson point, is part of the lesson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has to. I suck at math, bro.
Yeah, I think it says you're an idiot, right?
Dude, she could have done that lesson with anything else. The way that she was doing it was.
Well, what surprised me is that the school knew she was doing that,
yeah,
and they allowed it.
Because this is how she was doing it. She'd be like,
and nobody ever spoke up. Nobody. Right. The only reason this came out is because one of the students filmed it. Dude, had they not filmed it, she probably would have kept doing it.
She would have, because this is what she's doing. She's going, all right, the first one is so, that's going to be the thing on your cockpit, that's so, and this is the dance for it, blah, blah, blah. And then she'd go back, cue it up, and then she'd be like, so, blah, 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 and do that stupid little dance. And then after she was done with that, okay, the next one is
nothing but stereotypes, ignorance.
Look at him in the calendar, talk about the curriculum, and then she'd do something ridiculous. And her thought process was, if I can be outlandish, something so crazy that it'll stick in their minds.
Oh, good.
Then that lesson plan, I know, will stick with them forever.
It'll stick in their minds, all right, but it'll send the wrong message.
James, what do you think is going to happen to her, man? Now that I'm involved, what do you think is going to happen?
Hopefully, she'll not only be suspended, but be removed from that school and from other institutions.
She can't.
But she also...
That can't happen.
Yeah, but she also needs to be educated. I think she needs to be taught what it is.
The Saturday before that, we're having native dancers come and do it in front of her house.
Yeah, good. And I hope they're wearing...
You should come, dude.
They're wearing their regalia.
Yes, full pro dancers. But I'm involved, dude.
If you raise enough awareness, they will not allow here to teach in that school.
Anyways, James, thank you so much for the enlightening interview here. Definitely learned a lot. The book is called Warrior with a Pen.
Yeah.
And man, we didn't even get into Henninger Flats and that whole thing. Maybe next time.
Yeah, that's a whole different history.
It's
but this is the cover of the book.
Yeah.
So this is what it looks like.
There's the cover. That's a working cover. That's a working cover. Did you see the cover I sent you, man?
Yeah.
With the skulls on the side and the dude.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
It looked all right. I did it real quick, and in fact, for the cover for this interview, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. It's gonna have the skulls in fact as well. Because look what we were just talking about: genocide.
Yeah.
10 little engines.
Mass hanging.
Dude.
I didn't even get into the largest mass shooting in U.S. history.
The mass hanging was 38. What was the mass shooting?
Largest mass shooting. You always hear about these. These mass shootings at bars and nightclubs.
Yeah.
The largest mass shooting in U.S. history was Wounded Knee.
Oh, yeah. I knew that.
Yeah, using guns. Wounded Knee, 1890.
Yeah, I know that. I knew that.
Most people don't know that. Huh? Yep. Over 300.
And they had them all rounded up, all in a circle, right?
Not only that,
fire, bro.
When I talk mass shooting, I'm talking men, women, and children. Innocent men, women, and children. Running away. Right? And they would follow them on horseback and shoot them as they're running. They would find them hiding behind
And the guy
rocks.
got a medal for it. The guy got promoted for it.
They handed out, I think it was 20 medals of honor. It's the largest medals of honor ever handed out in U.S. history. So the Lakota you know, the Lakota Sioux,
Dakota pissed off, bro.
They're trying to rescind those medals, and they still haven't.
Hell no, they will never rescind it. Dude, people got to realize that this is a racist country.
They were killing defenseless men, women, and children. They gave medals out for it. Yeah, pretty sick.
Dude, this is it's still a racist country, man. I hate to fucking
Always has been.
And dude, that's why when you say you were going to be a cop, bro, you're working right for the racist, bro.
Yeah.
And you'd be promoting all of you'd be taking out your own people, bro. And you'd probably be targeting your own people because you could identify with them better than you could with the whites, and you'd be picking them out at a greater rate, bro.
Yeah. No.
That's how they do it, man. These fucking pigs, bro. I'm sorry for cursing. Anyways, man. James, thank you very much again. Warrior with a Pen. Anything you want to add to it, man? Maybe a website or some
yeah, just hopefully, you know, I don't care about numbers, how many people want the book or want to buy it. If 1-2 people get like something out of get educated, or it changes the way they think, the way they act.
Where can they get the book at?
Mostly people can contact me on Facebook.
James I'll put your address on the
page. And then I can get their personal information.
Okay.
And then I can, you know, send me a check, money order. I send them the book.
Okay. All right. We'll put that info up on the screen. James, thank you very much, man.
And thanks, Shankar.
Of course.
You're the man.
That was part 2 of Warrior with a Pen, an interview with James David Aguirre. And we hope you enjoyed it. For those interested in the book, Warrior with a Pen by James David Aguirre, Red Star Report will post a link in the comments section below. And for those unfamiliar with Red Star Report's California Origins format, these segments feature California Indigenous commentary, issues, and opinions that are as much as possible brought to you in their own words and edited only to fit within the basic time constraints of our podcast. And we at Red Star Report would respectfully like to take this moment to extend the invitation to more people of the California Indigenous community to come and speak. Please feel free to contact us in the comments section for more details. Well, that's it for this week. PodCast26. As always, check out our website, www.redstarreport.com. Be sure to subscribe to our Red Star Report YouTube channel, because that's like where you're watching this now. And please subscribe. Really, we really need the help. It's free. Okay? Free. Anyway, go find our Red Star Report Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc. Give those a like. It's all helpful, because if you want and support a real California Independence Movement media group, it is all about the algorithms. Our thanks to you and our Red Star Rebels for watching. We are Red Star Report.